Hey guys, it's Tepco Cycle Repair. Today working on a Husqvarna, and this is a YTH 2348. I'm using a helmet mount because I need both my hands for this one. The problem with this one here is when you go to start it, you can hear the click in the carburetor, the fuel cutoff solenoid, but when you go to crank it, okay, nothing happens. All right, nothing. So a lot of people immediately go to the solenoid, which is a good place to start. And what I want to do here, guys, is show you how to just quickly determine if it's your solenoid or not. So you always want to start out with making sure you have power. Now I have a voltmeter. I already checked the battery. It's 12.3. It's all good. So what I want to do here is, here's your power side from your battery. Okay, so the battery goes into part right here. Make sure I got. Okay. Get your camera set right there. Sorry. So here we have it right here. So here's the power, and you can see light in the meter. All right, and then this is the side that we need to power the starter, because this goes down here to the starter. So what we're going to do here is we're going to look at the white cable. All right, this little white wire right here. The white wire goes from the ignition switch to here. So when I turn the ignition switch to power, it sends power down to this white one. So let's get on that one there. Okay, and this triggers the solenoid to turn on. All right, so, and I'm just using a test light right now. Okay, but you can see here that the light is on. All right, see that? All right. Now, if we go to the other side, this is a four prong starter solenoid. So you got the two main ones here. You have the small one to power on. This one is a ground. So we're going to put it on that one too, just to see what we got. And you see what's happening here? Okay. Can you see the light? Okay, this is the ground side. It shouldn't have any light. All right, so what that's telling me is that the power is going through here. It's trying to ground, okay, but it's not. So it's running through this wire to an open break somewhere. Now, an easy way to check this to make sure this is working good is you take the ground wire off. I have another test wire set up here. Okay, and this one is going to the negative side of the battery. We're going to hook this up to the ground side, and then we'll try it. Okay, and you see it works. So now we're dealing with a ground issue. So you want to start tracking down your grounds. I have, so we got a multimeter here. This is a cheap Radio Shack multimeter, easy to use. Okay, we're going to stick it in the ground side. And then you can take the other side and put it on your ground terminal, your battery. And what you'll see here is that you can hear it now when I'm in the off position, because it uses another ground through the key switch to kill the ignition. So now this ground wire is making it up there. But then when I turn it to the on position, we lose it. All right, because it's running a different ground circuit. And now when it's running a different ground circuit, it should be grounding right now. Okay, when the key is on, especially when I turn it to the on position. All right, so I'm turning the key to the on position, I got nothing. So we got to start tracking down grounds. So what you do is, first off, is you're going to check your main ground, which is all the way down in there. All right, I checked that one. That one is good. I started following wires, and this one, when I got down here to the headlights, there's a little scuff in the housing. All right, make sure you guys can see everything. I'm trying to get this camera set up, but so here we have a break in the housing. Well, when I pulled that out, we have a broken wire right here, all right, and another one is about to break right there. So what we're going to do here, and this is a black wire, it's one of our grounds, so we're going to take this one, I'm just going to stick it together, hold it, and see what we got. And there we go. All right, take it apart, nothing. All right, so this is the problem right here. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to resolder this back up, put this back together, and return it to the customer. All right, you want to make sure when you're putting these wires back together that you don't just use twist ties or twist them together. Make sure you solder them and do it right, so you don't get any returns, any return work or return problems if it's your personal one. So I just wanted to show you guys about this here, because this is it's uncommon to start looking at your headlights to see if the reason if your mower is not starting is there. So make sure you check all your grounds and all your wires, and sometimes you're just gonna have to pull them out of this housing. You know, a section like this where it's nice and clean, you probably don't have to worry about, but you know, here where it had that little snag and it looks like it got caught on something and it cut it. So you can start checking continuity between your ground wires, but a lot of times in these mowers it doesn't work good because it'll pick up a ground from somewhere else. So it'll give you continuity, not just for that wire. Because like, see, you have two wires here. One's a hot and one's a ground. So you got two ground wires in here. So if I try to check continuity there and the main ground, I'm going to get it because the other ground wire is still good. So sometimes it gets a little tricky, but not a big deal. I'm going to get this soldered up and return to the customer. All right, that's it. That's it for now. TEPCO Cycle Repair. I'll see you on the next one.